Hello friends, today we will implement friendship between two application users. And for this we will use has many through association in Rails. Okay, so let's begin how we are going to implement this in a Ruby on Rails application. Okay, so let's create a new Rails application named as School Friends. For database we will use PostgreSQL. Okay, let's move into the new Rails application which is created. Okay, let's open it inside the Ruby mine. Okay, our application is open. So let's set the database for it. Now let's do a Rails DB create. Okay, so it is giving us the PG socket connection with the local host. Okay, credential seems to be correct. So let's check what is the error. Okay, five, 542, and the host will be local host. Now do a Rails DB create. Okay, could not create a empty database. Let's create the database. Hopefully it will get created this time. Yes. Okay, so let's go into the Rails console. Okay, so firstly we are going to generate the user model. Rails generate user. First name will be string and last name will also be string and age will be an integer. Okay, so let's do a Rails DB migrate. Also, we will be generating a friendship model for the friendship to have the relationship of friendship between two users. Okay, so let's create the friendship model. Okay, now let's turn a Rails TV migrate. Okay, okay, so let's enter into the new migration which is created and edited. Now we will edit the Rails friendship model. Okay, now it's done. So let's enter the Rails console and generate few users. Let's create another user. Okay, so user one will be user dot first. Okay, so let's see the relationship inside the user model and the friendship model. Okay, so the user has many friendships. The user has many friends. Okay, user has many friends through friendship, and the source will be the users class, the friends class. Okay, and the user one and the user two become friends through the method befriends. And befriend method will take a user object. So the user dot friends, this one, user dot friends. In this manner, both the users, user one and user two, will become friends of each other. Now let's enter into the friendship model that belongs to. And both have class name as user. So now let's move to the Rails console and verify things. Okay. Has many friends through friendships. Okay, so has many friends. Okay. Now let's do a reboot. Okay, so now let's check the friends of user one. Okay, so I think we have added user to as the friend of user one two times. Okay, so let's remove one thing. Okay, so let's create the user three. U3 U1 dot friends U3 U1 dot friends U1 U2 and U3. User 2 has been added as a friend as twice time, so we can we can use the unique keyword to have separate friends. And as we are talking about the friends of U3, then those will be the for I will use friends. U1 dot for I will use friends as U3. U3 dot for I will use friends. Another U2 dot for I will use friends as U1, but U3 is okay. How it is possible? U4. Let's try the user fourth. User dot user dot fwrt fourth. U1 dot fris as U4. Okay, so U4 user 4 become the friend of user 1. User 4 dot fris user 4 have no friends. So let's check the model again. Friends user 10 should become okay through this relationship user 4 should okay. Okay. So we were implementing the friends. So this so if we make user one the if we make a new friend then the person will become the friend of the another person. So let's do it over the notepad. If we u1 become the friend of u2 means there is only user 1 will become the friend of user 2. And if we do u2 will be the friend of u3, then only user 2 will become the friend of user 3. But if we want the relationship to be working on both sides, means both of the users become friend of each other. So now let's create a, so for user 5 become b friend, user b friend of user 6. Now if we call the b friends, then user 5 will become the friend of user 6, and user 6 will automatically become the friend of user 5. Okay, so let's use the b friends. Okay, so let's create a user 5. Let's create the user 6. Okay, now user 5 will be friend to user 6. Okay, now user 5 dot, now let's list the user 5 dot friends. That will be user 6, and user 6 dot friends will be user 6 will have the friend user 5 as the friend of him. Okay, so let's see the API for it. Okay, let's generate a controller. Okay, so we are creating a controller school friends where there will be two methods created, one index and one for friends. Okay, now let's run this Rails application. Okay, we already have a Rails application running at port 3000. So now let's run the Rails application at 3000. Our Rails application at port 3000. Okay, so this is the default page which will come as the root. So let's modify our routes file. Now let's create the route for the friend. So for the friends, to list down all the friends for that user. Now let's visit the application again. Okay, so let's visit the controller. Now let's render out the JSON for the users. And for friends, we will be first finding out the user for which the friends method is called. Now we will be returning the JSON which will have all the list of the friends for that user. Okay, now let's visit the application again and check. Okay, so at the home we are getting the list of all the users, and let's visit user friends slash user school friends slash friend for the first user. Okay, so let's check the routing file, what parameter we are using. User ID. So let's enter let's enter the user. Okay, let's update the parameter to user ID instead of user. Now let's refresh the page again. JSON. Okay, so these are the list of the friends of the first user. Now let's list down the friends for second user. Second user has only one friend, that is user one, and third user has no friends. Fourth user has no friends. So fifth user is the friend of the sixth user, and the sixth user is the friend of the first user. And there was error. The user two is coming twice. So user one has twice friends of user one has two friends with the same name and the same ID, but the user two the user with the ID 2 is getting repeated twice, so we can remove this error by adding the keyword unique here and now refreshing the page. User.friends.unique here and remove Let's refresh the page. Okay, now each user is coming only once here. Okay, so this is how we manage the friendship relationship between the two application users. Okay, thank you for now.